This weather got me feeling like I need to fall through.
What's going on, y'all? Your girl Bree Style back again with another episode of In the Booth with Bree Style. She is me, I am her. And this is episode 9, man. We're going to call this one Bright Lights. Bright Lights. Yes, I had my first the lights are too bright moment, and it was humbling. I ain't going to lie to you, man. It was super humbling, but I'm glad I experienced it so early on the journey. I learned a lot from it, and we're going to get into it, man. I'm going to tell y'all how it is. This podcast is all about me walking y'all through my journey becoming a rap superstar, and this is a big moment for me. So let's get into it, all right? First and foremost, I want to shout out to Dope Concepts. Shout out to Don Coogee. Shout out to the whole team. You guys were excellent to work with. Really enjoyed the experience. Shout out to all the other artists that I was able to work with and perform alongside. We killed that, man. It was such a great atmosphere, and I'm so proud to have been a part of something so special. And I'm proud to have you guys a part of my journey as well. And so, yeah, we did our Dope Concepts Uprise Edition show at our bar in Atlanta, Georgia. If you're unfamiliar, that's one of my favorite spots in the city, man. When I go out, I'm not a big club girl, but I do like to hit up the bars, and our bar is one of my favorite ones. Shout out to all the DJs I know that spin there. Super, super dope venue. Really loved it, and it was incredible. And so, to start this story, though, I got to start maybe like a week out. And so, if you know me, you know I'm promoting heavy. I'm telling everybody, yo, pull up. I'm sending my texts. Come through. I would love to see you. It's a big deal for me. Yada, yada. Everything is love. People like, yo, I'm pulling up. It's all good. We there for you. It's love. Cool. And we get to Monday, October 14th. And that's my dad's birthday, actually. So it's already, you know, a lot of emotions for that day. But that day, we actually lost another one of my grandmothers. I lost one, you know, a couple months back in August, and I lost another one, my grandfather's wife, Monday, October 14th, 2024. So this is Monday, and the show was on Thursday, right? And so I'm already like, man, I didn't need this. You know what I mean? I did not need this at this time, but that's life. You know what I mean? What have you? What can you do? What are you going to do about it, right? So I'm processing those emotions, and I'm actually not. Like, when it happens, I'm kind of pushing those emotions, suppressing those emotions a lot, because this is supposed to be a really big week for me. Like, I love our bar. I go there all the time. So to be able to perform there is actually a super, super big deal for me. And they got me headlining. And so I'm like, damn, like, this is really my moment, you know, type beat. And so, you know, she passes, and I'm kind of suppressing the emotions. I'm trying to get through the week the best I can. I'm not really focused on work. Like, you know, I told my people, they're super understanding. They're like, yo, take off when you need to. Boom, boom, boom. I had just taken off a bunch of time for bereavement because we lost my other grandmother. And I'm like, yo, I'm really not trying to process all these emotions all over again. So I'm kind of suppressing it, like I said. So that's Monday. You know what I mean? I'm getting all the little sympathy votes now. You know, I'm telling people, yo, my grandma passed. You got to pull up now. Like, I'm definitely guilt tripping folks. Like, yo, I need you in the building because I want to be surrounded by love. You know what I mean? There was never a thought about whether I was going to do the show or not. Like, I had to do it at that point. And it's so funny because I keep running into these situations where I kind of experience, like, a really tough loss. And I have to push through in order to achieve the thing that I wanted to achieve. And I've learned so much in doing that. And so this is just another instance of me having to do that once again. And so I wanted to make her proud, you know what I'm saying? When I did the It Girl video shoot, my other grandmother had just passed, and I was kind of going back and forth with myself, like, yo, do I even want to do this video shoot? Like, do I even feel like partying? Like, it's a pool party. Do I even want to be around people? How's my social battery? But, you know, I thank God I went through with it. It was amazing, incredible, super huge moment for me in my career. Shout out to everybody that pulled up for that, man. I'll never forget it. But this was another one of those again, so I'm getting through the week. You know, everything is as good as it can be, I guess. And so let's get to Thursday. Let's get to the show day, right? And so we get there. I'm feeling good. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm feeling amazing. I'm feeling like it's my time to shine. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do my thing. My people pulling up on me. I'm gonna be surrounded by love. It's gonna be at my favorite spot. Like, we in the city with it. We on Edgewood. I'm feeling like somebody. I'm like, all right, man. Like, let me get in my bag for real. And, you know, so first thing we have to do is sound check. Shout out to Dope Concepts once again. We had a super dope cypher. earlier in the week. Actually, I think the week before, we killed that. That was super fly. Go check out my freestyle because I murdered it. I murdered it. I'm actually do like a little freestyle breakdown of that because I was going crazy. But yeah, we get to show day. We got to do sound check. So sound check is maybe like 7:30ish. So I pull up to our bar, park. Everything's love. I walk in there. I do my sound check first because I'm performing last. So I want to do my sound check. I want to run home. I want to shower. I want to get dressed. Blah 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 blah. Sound check goes smooth. I'm testing it out. Everything's gravy. It sounds good in there. It looks good. They got little Halloween decorations. It's fly. I'm like, oh man, I'm a rapper. Like, I'm really doing this. Like, it's love. So I do my sound check. I boogie. Hop back in the car. We gotta go home. We gotta get showered. We gotta, put a little makeup on, get our fit together, whatever. So I get back home, hop in the shower. Everything's still love, man. I'm getting hyped now. Like, I'm getting in my bag. So I shower. I get dressed. Do my little makeup, put a little lashes on. And put my makeup on, whatever. And one of the last things that I usually do is put my shoes on, especially if I'm in a heel, because I don't like to drive with heels on. It's just like a weird, I'm weird about it. But I got my little like a sock heel. One of my favorite pairs of boots, man. I love these boots so bad. And I got those on. I'm in a black t-shirt and like a black mini skirt and these heels. And so I'm walking around my room, with the heels on, because at this point I'm like 30-45 seconds out from leaving the crib. Like, I'm ready to go. And I feel something on my feet. Like, it doesn't feel normal. I look down, my boot is damn near falling apart. And it's kind of like on the heel and the toe part, it's kind of lifting from there. And so I'm like, I don't need this. I do not need this right now. This week has already been a lot. And so it's to the point where it's just breaking for the first time. And so I'm like, me, like, Negro rig it, what I'm saying, see what I can do. I'm in here with tape and Gorilla Glue, because like I said, it's not bad yet, but it's enough for me to notice and enough for me to feel it, more importantly. And so, if you're just checking in with me, Bree Style, once again, I'm about a year and 2 or 3 months into this rap journey. So I'm brand spanking new. Like, I performed a bunch of times, I ain't gonna lie to you, just because I wanted to get, good at it really fast. But I'm still fairly new to the process of performing and what that takes and what that looks like. So this is my first wardrobe, I guess, malfunction that you could call it. And so it happens before I leave the crib. At this point, it's too late to kind of, switch fits, because I plan to wear this. This is what the look that I wanted to go for. And so, I'm like, it's breaking, but it's not broke. So we're going to try to get through this, what I'm saying? We're going to tape it up, we're going to glue it, whatever we got to do. Get out the house, get down to our bar. I get in the car on the way there, and at this point I'm starting to get a little nervous. And that's pretty typical, what I'm saying? Like, it's a performance, what I'm saying? You're in front of a bunch of people. Nerves. It's typical nerves at this point. But in the back of my mind, it's like, alright, something already went wrong and I didn't need that. So that's kind of weighing on me a little bit. I'm listening to my music, what I'm saying, get myself ready, make sure I know the words, blah, blah, blah. So we get on Edgewood. I park. Everything's cool. I get out the car. I still feel that my heel is a little broken, but it's like, again, it's not horrible. It's just enough for me to know that something's wrong. I walk into our bar, y'all, and I immediately get more nervous than I've ever been in my entire life. Like, I don't know where it came from. Well, actually, I do. It was thick in there. I'm not going to lie to you. It was a lot of people in our bar. And it usually is, because, that's my spot that I like to go to. But to this point in my career, I haven't had a packed room that I performed in front of. I'm fighting for people's attention when I go out to perform. Like, okay, it's a lounge or something. People having dinner. They want some live music. I'm earning fans. This was the first time that I had pulled up to a spot, and it's like, no, people are there to watch you. Like, we're here for y'all, the artists that are performing on this slate. Of course, you got your typical Thursday night R bar crew, but there's a lot of people that's in there for us. And so I get nervy. I get real nervous. And I'm like, man, I've gotten nervous before. If you check my page, I did a little, like, meme video of, like, your pre-show nerves. You usually get nervous, about 10, 20 minutes out. At this point, I don't know, I'm slated to perform at, like, 11, but, Negroes, like, we late with it. So, I got a lot of time, you know what I'm saying, before I'm supposed to perform. And I'm nervous this whole time. And so at this particular point in time, I felt like God was telling me, to be sober. And so I had been sober for a couple weeks. No drinking, no smoking, no nothing. And, I didn't want to really break that. I wanted to really go into this show focused because, once again, I'm super excited about this opportunity. Like, this is my biggest show to date as far as I'm concerned. And, so I know the bartender was looking at me crazy because I'm just asking for water. And I'm hydrated like I normally am. I didn't do anything different. You know what I'm saying? I'm in shape. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm hydrating like I usually do. But when I got nervous when I walked in for the first time, I started experiencing the worst cotton mouth I have ever had in my entire life. And I don't know where it came from or why it hit like that, but it did. And a little bit of backstory about me, like, I played college basketball, I've performed on stages before, I've done radio, but one thing that's kind of shielded me in the past is having a team. You know what I mean? Like, even in radio, like, I had someone to rely on. Basketball, it's 4 other people on the court, you know what I'm saying? And a bench full of players, rooting for you as well. And so, rap is the first thing I've ever done where it's like, no, it's just you. Like, you're alone. There's really nobody out here to save you. I don't perform with a hype man. That really hasn't been my steez, you know what I'm saying, to this point. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But I just haven't had that extra support. So when I go out there, you know what I'm saying, I be killing it. You know what I'm saying? I feel fine alone. This night, it was a little different, like I said. So I'm watching the other performers. They're going crazy. They're going stupid. Shout out to all the, man, No Eyes. Shout out to Saggy. Shout out to Montana, man. Shout out to Chris Van Gogh, man. Everybody went absolutely nuts. It was a pleasure to watch, for real, for real. And so, as I'm getting closer and closer to my performance, I'm saying bye to my peoples. Like, yo, like, I'm finna go up stage, whatever. Mind you, I'm still having the cotton mouth. I went back to the bartender like 3 or 4 times. I know he was probably like, all right, like, you come back here another time, you know what I'm saying, you're going to have to, spend some bread. And mind you, I'm buying other people drinks. People that come to watch me perform, I'm buying drinks, whatever. So I'm asking him all night, yo, water. By the time I get ready to get on stage, man, my water's gone, but there's ice in there. So I'm thinking, okay, the ice will melt and, I can kind of get back to that between, performances, between songs. So I get on stage, man, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, it gets super close to, like, panic attacky. Like, super duper close. I didn't have one, but, like, damn near. Like, I'm damn near on the edge of having a panic attack. And I have a history with panic attacks. So if you don't know me in real life, or if you do and you didn't know this, I during the pandemic, I started therapy. So about 4 years ago. And I have a long history with anxiety, and I've had anxiety for as long as I can remember. Basketball definitely, contributed to a lot of that, but just super duper anxious, and panic attacks started happening maybe in my early 20s, and so went to therapy. Did counseling, and then I got a psychiatrist, got medicated. Everything is love, you know what I'm saying? You know better, you do better. Did all those things. And it's been a while since I had a panic attack. And so, I get up on stage, man, Coogee is announcing me and everything like that, and there is not a drop of saliva in my mouth, bro. Like, there is not a drop. And I'm just like, I have to rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you ever experienced cotton mouth, but trying to rap is the last thing that you want to do when you're experiencing cotton mouth. And so, performance happens, man. He announces me. I get through it. I'm dumb nervous. And what they don't tell you about performing, or at least when you get to a certain point, when they say the lights are bright, they mean that. Like, and I mean so bright that you can't see anything that's happening beyond the cameras. All you see is cameras and lights. Shout out to the Dope Concept team once again, man. They had it so just fly. Like the camera setup, the crew, everything was amazing. I felt like a real deal superstar, or I would have if I wasn't, dying inside. But yeah, so like I definitely learned why rappers wear sunglasses or shades, you know what I'm saying, in the club. Like that makes total sense to me now because you can't see a damn thing. And so like the lights are bright, man, and the whole time all I could think of is like Lupe Fiasco, and like I think dude's Matthew Santos, and like if you are what you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear. The camera's here and the lights are on and a microphone, and and they want to show. And so I pushed through. Shout out to Big God, man. He got me through that moment for sure. My friends over there supporting me. Shout out to everybody that pulled up. Shout out to Tia. Shout out to Nate. Shout out to Michael, man. Shout out to, man, Maggie. Like, just everybody that pulled up, man. Like, it was just a super, super dope night. And I got through it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Nate. He was honest with me. It wasn't my best show. I didn't bomb. Like, I didn't bomb by no stretch of the imagination. But it wasn't my best, and I knew that, you know what I'm saying? I get off the stage and all my friends are like, oh, they're hyping me up. Oh my God, you did so good. Because the music is good. Like, if nothing else, even if I perform like total crap, the music is going to speak for itself, and it's good music. And so I love that. But I'm a competitor. And so in my mind, in my heart, I know that wasn't the best I could have gave it. But I know I didn't bomb either. You know what I'm saying? I made it through the night. Shoes didn't completely fall apart. They were definitely done for when I finished, but we made it through, man, and it was just an incredible moment. Like, an incredible moment. So, yeah, I get through the performance, man, and what I really make this video for is because, I'm big on learning. Like, it's very important to me that I learn something after everything that I do. And so what I learned from, this experience, my first Bright Lights moment, is that I've got to approach rap the same way that I would approach, like, being an athlete, really, because that's where a lot of my experience lies. Like, okay, Bree, you have to have a pregame routine. Like, did you eat that day? Were you as hydrated as you think you were? Did you have a routine? Did you meditate? Did you center yourself before you went on stage? Like, and a lot of these things I hadn't thought about, you know what I mean? I just hadn't had the opportunity to think about. So sometimes in life you have to go through things to know. Shout out to Quincy Jones. That's a big chapter in his book. You have to go to know. But, I learned, that wardrobe is, people say wardrobe and malfunctions for a reason. Like, that is a real thing that happens. So now when I go to perform, I know I got to have at least 2 outfits, and I got to bring them with me just in case anything goes wrong. I have to have a pregame routine. I need to eat, you know what I'm saying? When we would have games, if our game was at, 6, I need to be eating around, 5, you know what I mean? I need to be getting to the venue early. I need to, stretch. I need to make sure that my body and my mind are centered. I need to pray. I need to develop some sort of routine, because what happened was I'm literally out in the bar with the homies, you know what I'm saying? I'm nervous as hell, but I'm dapping it up. I'm kikiing. And then next thing you know, I'm on stage. Like, that just can't happen if I want to perform the way that I know I want to perform. So once again, just learning, man, learning that rap is a career, and performing is an art, and that I have to prepare myself for it as if I were a world-class athlete about to go perform in front of millions of people every time. And so, I'm taking this pretty seriously, if y'all can't tell. Like, I'm dead ass about this rapping. And so, once again, shout out to Dope Concepts for giving me the opportunity to grow. I hope that I get to perform R-Bar again, because I want to redeem myself. Like I said, I didn't bomb, man, but it wasn't Bree. It wasn't Bree style. And, shout out to everybody, like I said, that pulled up. But, man, I'm going to get so much better from this moment, and I'm thankful for the opportunity to grow and get better, because that's all I can ask for at this point. I'm in here a year and a half. I'm solid where I'm at right now, but it's, we got a long way before we get to where we're trying to go, and I'm going to get there. I promise you that. So, once again, this has been another episode of In the Booth with Bree Style. This is episode 9. We'll call it Bright Lights, man. If you're on this journey with me, I thank you so much for even listening while I'm doing this, man. I know it might seem crazy, but I have the utmost belief and faith in myself and in God's purpose for my life. So shout out to you if you're watching this video, man. Tap in with me. Follow me on Instagram at brestyle.mp3. It's BRESTYLE.mp3 on Instagram. And yeah, man, until next time, we out.
This weather got me feeling like I need to fall through.